Hello, my name is Nadia and I live in the U.S. in Delaware. It's a small little state, and I am coming to you from my outside, my backyard. Might get a little noisy in here because we live in the town, and there's a lot going on here in the town. And I thought outside would be better since I got my kids inside doing some of their things that they're supposed to do to get ready for their activities and other stuff. So they have all of their jobs that they need to do, and I figured I'm going to sit down and share some of my favorite things, favorite hobbies that I do, and I have a lot of things to share with you. It's been over a month since I recorded the last video, and a lot has happened with knitting and yarn. And I also went to Wool and Sheep Festival in Maryland, which was really fun and exciting, even though it's freezing cold and windy and rainy. I went with my son and we had a lot of fun. He's 13 years old, and I was surprised that he had a great time with me. So it was the weekend before Mother's Day. No, it was Saturday. It was the same weekend as the Mother's Day. So got some things there, and I am wearing my shawl that I made. I shared about this one on my maybe first video, second video, I don't remember. But this is made from alpaca, and so 50% alpaca, 50% wool, light fingering weight. And I had 9 colors, which I think I put in only 8 in this one. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I have one more that I could have put in. I might take it apart and put a second extra color because it's so light. It could be worn as a shawl, which is pretty big. Yeah. So it looks pretty big. Then it could be worn as a scarf like this because it wraps around because it's light. So I also wore it as a scarf on the cold days. So I think I'm going to add another color to it. And I got so much compliments on this one. I think this one has been the one that I've got most compliments about. So I'm going to add another color to it. I just have to take apart the bind off and pick up the stitches and do the other colors. Really nice and cozy. I think it's made out of isagar yarn. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but if not, I might have to put it in the notes. So all these different colors. It was a pattern that I seen on one of the local, well, an hour away local yarn shop, and I bought the kit and really liked it, and I started making it. Made up my own pattern, but there is a pattern somewhere. I did, I mean, I don't know if you need a pattern for this. So I did 8 by 8, purl 8, knit 8, and I cast on over 300 stitches. But if you ever want to make it yourself, you'll just have to do multiples of 8 and then plus 8 to the end, so that way both ends are either knit or purl. I should have done some kind of edging so it wouldn't roll, but it only rolls a little bit. It doesn't bother me at all. Kind of the rolled edge looks really nice too. Doesn't look terrible. So that's it. Alright, so I have some things that I finished. Actually, a lot of things that I finished. I'm a fast knitter. I'm a continental knitter, but I had to take a break over the last couple of days because I have hurt my hands from knitting and my shoulder. So I'm taking a break. So this will be great for me to share the things with you guys, whoever's watching. So I did, here's my first object that I finished. I did share this one with you in the last video. I was working on it. It's a V-neck pullover. It's lightweight. I think it was sport weight yarn that I bought at my local yarn shop. I bought 3 colors. This is one of the colors that I bought. I bought 200 grams of this, and it was enough for me to make this pullover. And also I have a little bit of leftover too. So this is a raglan V-neck pullover. It's alpaca, linen, and silk. And I shared what yarn I use in the previous video. I don't think I can find a tag right now and share. with you. But I have another color of this yarn, a pink one. So this one's sort of like a purple color, purple with linen, which is gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful shading when it adds a little bit of white linen that didn't really dye very well. But this is it's a lightweight, perfect spring, perfect fall. Today is about, I don't know if it's even 70, maybe it's 68 degrees outside. That's why I'm wearing my shawl, because it's a bit windy, but it's a perfect weather. I wish the whole entire summer could stay like that, except for the days that I want to go to the beach. So it's a v-neck. I had a pattern that I purchased of another cardigan, and it was a v-neck cardigan, so I ended up making it into I used the same numbers because it was the same kind of gauge, and I just made it into a cardigan. I've done that before once already. It's the second time I did that with that same pattern, because that pattern fit me really good. And I picked up the stitches for the v-neck. It's a 1x1 ribbon. It turned out pretty nice, I think. I mean, it looks great when I put it on. It looks really nice. So it's not an oversized. Maybe it has like 1 or 2 inches of positive ease. I think it's about 2 inches of positive ease, but the sleeves are fitted. I mean, it's a cozy, comfortable one. I feel really comfortable in it. And here's another one. You know why my hands hurt so much when I knit? Because I made this top in 3 days. This is a Ranunculus, and I made it in the summer yarn, and I already wore it 2 times, and it was wonderful. So this is a yarn I bought from Walmart. I love the color, and it's a Kaboom, I believe. I don't have a tag for it either. I don't know where it's at now, but it's the cotton bamboo yarn. It's worsted weight, I believe, too. Yeah, it's 200 grams, 200 meters per 100 grams, and I bought 2 of them, and I used about a little bit over than 1.5. So this probably weighs 167, yeah, about 160 grams. So this is the Ranunculus top, which I made a lot of them already, and this was the quickest knit ever. It took me about 4 days, if not less. And it's a great fit. It's a great summer top. I didn't do the shaping on the front neck. On the front, I did it in the back, and I didn't do it in the front. I've used this pattern so many times. I've done follow the pattern before all the way, and this time I decided just to leave the top like this. I mean the front, sorry, like that, and not do the shaping. So the pattern is Ranunculus by, I don't remember the writer's name or the designer's name, but I'm sure, yeah. But this is really great summer, super lightweight. It's lightweight. It's not hot. I wear it. I wear a bra under it, and I don't wear a shirt, a tank top or anything under it, because I don't want to add more heat to it. So I just wear it like this. It's not really see-through. Just up here a little bit is, I don't have big bust, so it's okay for me to wear it without a top. It's not really see-through when you wear it on your body. Well, it is, but when it's on your body, it's fine. So yeah, it's another great summer, which I have another yarn in my stash that's linen and cotton, and I think I want to use it to make the same exact thing, I think, which is great because it's gray color. Gray will go with a lot of stuff that I have, and this one goes with some, I wear it with white skirt, I wear it with some pink shorts. Well, they were like purplish shorts, but it looked really cute. I have to start taking some pictures and posting on Instagram, which I don't do. I hate taking pictures of myself, and I don't like posting pictures of just myself, but I need to do that since I'm gonna be recording videos and sharing things. I need to start doing that and feeling comfortable with myself doing that. I think my chicken is coming out. All that noise is coming from a chicken, if you can hear it. I am wearing my AirPods, that way less noise could be picked up, but I do have chickens in my yard. Here's another one. This took me about a week and a half or 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I don't do Ravelry project pages. I find them really hard for me to do. I don't have that much time to do them. I just start and finish and that's it. But this one I shared, it was a pattern that I purchased. I don't remember the designer name, but I made this one already in the blue yarn that I had in my stash, and it ended up being for my daughter. In the previous episode I shared. So I wanted to make myself one. I had bought a alpaca silk yarn, and then I also had merino wool, 100% merino wool yarn. This is not superwash. I had in my stash and I put them together, and I made this cardigan. I did do some modifications to this one. I didn't do the sleeves in the same stitch. I didn't do it in the fisherman's rib stitch. I just did them plain. I didn't want it too much on my sleeves. I am not a big person, really small, and I don't want too much weight on me. Sometimes it won't look really great, but I did regular sleeves and stockinette stitch, and the whole body is in fisherman stitch. And I did do modifications to this one because I hate doing the button band after I've knitted the last one I did. It was really great because I did it in a different way than the pattern says. I always do modifications for my own fit on almost all of the patterns, except for I do the modification for Ranunculus one too. That's why most of the times I will, oh no, there's the train. It does get noisy. We'll see if I'm going to be able to cut that noise out. But yeah, this is a alpaca silk and merino wool yarn that I've used. I will have to put the pattern in the show notes so that way if anybody's interested can see the original pattern, because this is a cropped modified one, and I did the button band as I kept it was all knitted in one piece with the button band. I didn't put buttons in it, holes for buttons, but if I do add buttons, I just do that. It's big enough holes, I'll do little buttons and I'll be able to use it. So I do want the buttons because sometimes it slips off. Not crazy about it. Next time if I do the same pattern, the pattern doesn't do this, but I'm gonna increase a little bit up here so that way it gives me more of a V-neck. Let me put this on and show it to you what it's like. So, oh, those chickens. This probably will have to get deleted and rename a new one. So yeah, so it's like this. It's a bit cropped. I love the sleeve detail right here. When you increase, I like it how it's in the back and it's dropped shoulder. See, oh, I'm gonna keep this on for right now. So yeah, there it goes. Okay, so this is the one that I follow the pattern. It's really nice and cozy. I love alpaca silk yarn and merino wool. Here's another cardigan. I almost finished. I just need to put buttons on and weave in the ends. This one was made on my knitting machine. I had purchased the yarn at Wool and Sheep Festival, not all of it, just the mohair one in silk, and then I had Super Holes yarn in my stash, so I used that. So I did them together. So I ended up making a cardigan on my knitting machine, which took 2 days, and then I ran out of the mohair yarn. So for the button band, I used a different yarn from Knit Picks, and I matched the colors as good as I could, because that other yarn that I used was a little bit different color, but put together with mohair, you could see it, that was the color. Put together with the mohair, it gives you a different shade. And so this one's a long cardigan. It's a raglan. I started on top I did a swatch, worked out all the sizes, and I started up top, and I wanted long. Maybe that's why I ran out of yarn. I had 100 grams of the, I just ran out of the mohair. So it is pretty long, which I like it. I wanted a long cardigan this time. But it's super cozy. I'm gonna put it on. I do need buttons for it. Oh, those chickens are so noisy. Over here. There's a lot of noise out here. Super cozy. A bit itchy right now, but it won't be. I'm used to it, so this one's pretty long. A long one for just throw on. I'm gonna put buttons on it. I still don't know what buttons to put on here, but we'll figure that out later. If I find some buttons, I still have time. If I find some buttons, it'll be great for fall and spring. I think especially for fall, the color is just so nice. With the shawl, that will go nice with it, which I'm gonna have to match it up and see. I need to start. So it is a bit I put, you know, I made sure that I had about two inches of positive ease, and actually this is the first time I've ever used a swatch for real. Using a swatch, doing the measurements, doing the math, and it worked out great. I usually don't swatch. I just start going, pick the best yarn and size, and just go and just try it. Because if it's a bit bigger, it's okay, because stuff usually is never too small for me. No, I'm lying. I have made things that were too small for me. Yep, I lied. But this is really great. I love it. It's cozy. It's so rustic too, but it's going to be super warm for me when I take the kids to the park on the colder days. I can even wear it with the jacket because it's not super huge and oversized, and it's stockinette, and it's going to be light and comfy. So that's my last finished project. Just needs buttons and ready to wear when it gets cold out. I have a couple projects that I'm sharing with you. I'm not going to share all the ones that I'm working on because there's way too much, and I haven't finished some of them. And the socks that I was making in the previous video, I have not finished any of them. For some reason, the socks took a back burner, and I have not finished the socks yet. But I have been working on one pair. Let me see where they are. I'm gonna start with the socks since I started talking about the socks first. I've been working on one pair, and I am gonna be done pretty soon, I believe. Needles, extra needles there. So these were the ones that I showed you last time. This is the one that's done. The yarn was from Knit Picks. Yeah. So it's a beautiful yarn, and I used my, you know, scrap yarn that I had left over from other socks that I was making for a heel. That way I didn't want to interrupt. I'm gonna cut this piece out. Maybe I should have done it inside because it's so noisy out here. But this is real life. This is how it is when you live in a town. So that's why I kind of want to get out of a town and just get somewhere, live somewhere where there's less noise. I realized that about myself. The older I'm getting, and I have 4 children, I want peace and quiet. So yeah, this is the one that I finished. Contract? Nope, I'm not gonna say that word. The heel in different yarns. So the heel is shadow wrap heel that I did. I'm trying the new heel out. I think I made a pair of socks with this heel already, and I wasn't really crazy about the fit. It slips too easily, and so I think I'm gonna go back to my slip heel, gusset, the other kind of heel that I like knitting all my other socks with. And this is my second one that I'm working on. Just got to do the foot and the toe and it'll be done. So I've been working on this lately. This doesn't hurt my hands as much as my bigger projects did. So I'll pick that up here and there and knit on that. Since I'm afraid to hurt my shoulder and my hands to the point where I won't ever be able to knit, which I don't really want to do. I want to knit. I love knitting. This is something that, I mean, without knitting, I don't know what I would do. I don't want to be picking up my phone constantly and being on my phone. So I keep my hands busy during waiting for my children, waiting for their activities to be over, during school, also at night when everybody's asleep and I just want to sit down and do some knitting. So I don't want to ruin that and not have to be able to knit ever. Okay, here's another one I'm working on. I took the needles out, so I just got the cable, which is short, so it comes off easily. So this is an Anchor Baby cardigan that I'm knitting for my nephew, who is about a month and a half old. So this will be for the fall. This is yarn I purchased on AliExpress a long time ago, and it's perfect for babies because it comes in 50 gram balls. It's really soft. It says that it's cashmere, milk, silk, whatever. I don't know what it is. It's really nice and soft. Doesn't smell like anything at all. It's just regular. So I've used this yarn for my children, my girls, when they were little. That's when I discovered. And I made them a lot of cardigans in it, and they were the most worn. Uh-oh, I got it. Oh, okay, that's where I joined the yarn. I thought I had a hole in there somehow, but yeah, so it's a navy blue, which his mom loves navy blue color, and it is a little cardigan pattern from Petite Knit. Yeah, I think I said it right. And I'm working on another one that's an adult size cardigan, just like this, for myself, with ultra alpaca yarn. It is 50% super fine alpaca and 50% Peruvian wool, and it is 200 meters per 100 grams. And I don't think I picked the right yarn for this. I mean, I did pick the right yarn for this, but the yarn that's in the pattern, I believe, is sport weight. I did have sport weight in mind for this project, but I wanted to do this color and this yarn, and I wanted a little heavier weight cardigan for older days. And I'm gonna make it fitted so I can wear it with the jacket. So a lot of modifications in this cardigan. I started out with going by the pattern until over here, until I split for the sleeves, and I figured it was going to be too long for me right here. It'll be like probably up to here if I kept going, and I didn't want it that. I wanted to, and because I wanted to have a choice to wear under a jacket when I go to parks with my kids in the winter, like this one, sort of. I think this one will be, oh, a bird just flew into my gazebo and it scared me a little bit. I hope the birdie's okay. I think so. So I made some modifications, and I finished one sleeve. I had to put this down because my hands were hurting. I think I cut down an extra increase in the rib part because it would be too long. I put it on, I tried it on, and it fit good. Then I stopped there. I counted the numbers and did my own split sleeves. See how, you know, how it would be good for fitting. I mostly modify the patterns because of the way that they fit me. I'm petite, I'm small, and my bust right here, and I don't want too much fabric on there. makes me feel a bit uncomfortable sometimes. So I just wanted to be comfortable. So those were the two new things that I've started since last time. And there's another one. I think the only thing that I showed you last time was the socks. So this one is a leaf top. It's just gonna be a summer top that I'm making. And I'm making front, back, and other front all together in one piece. Because I don't, less pieces had to be knitted, and I just put them all together and just started knitting it like this. And there's a pattern on Ravelry. I don't remember the designer's names, but it's called the leaf top. And I also did a little bit of modifications. I did a garter edge for the button band, because there's a little button band in front. And then I did a little bit of a garter, 2 garter edges for the bottom, which end up looking good. So this yarn is 100% cotton, organic cotton from Pearl Soho. I have a couple different colors that I bought. It feels really nice, really nice. I can't wait to get this done. So I think I'm gonna have to work on this one for now. Only that way I can finish this and start wearing it on the nice days. So this should be really cute and should feel really nice, and hopefully it will go with some of my summer. And I can even wear it on top of dresses, over dresses, like strapless or strap dresses that I have for summer. It'll look really cute. So it's 100 grams that comes in a hang, and I got it on sale, and I got 4 different colors. So yeah, it's great. It's beautiful yarn. I like it a lot. Here's another one I'm working on. That was new from last time. It's one of my favorite patterns to do on evenings where I'm too tired to think. So I wanted to make a new, because I do use my other half and half triangle wraps. Whoa. I do use them a lot. And one started kind of, I would pull some yarn, and because of how they plied, just one ply would pull, and it started looking really not nice. And I think this one, because it's different yarn, it might not do that as much as the other one, because it says rustic, because the other one's superwash merino wool that I use with nylon. And I'll take that one apart and use it for socks. And I don't mind doing that at all. I don't want to keep it if it's going to keep on pulling the yarn and constantly have these pulls of one ply of yarn. So I am using the recommended yarn in the pattern. The pattern is free. It's a half and half triangle wrap from Pearl Soho. And I'm also using the linen quill yarn for this. It's a dark sea or deep sea blue. It's like sort of like navy blue, but a little bit darker than that. It's almost like black. It has a little bit of blue, like lighter blue, and I'm gonna pair it with a light blue yarn that I have, that I also purchased. Yeah, I'm gonna pair it with this one because it comes, so 2 triangles put together, but it's short rows that you work. You work the first short row triangle, and then you add the second color. And I'm gonna pair it with this color. First I was gonna do it with this color, but then I decided to do it the blue. So this it's a gorgeous color too. It's called Vintage Celadon. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. English is my second language. But there it is, pretty colors. So I'm gonna pair it with that color. So I am on my second, so I've already knitted 100 grams into it, and I started my second ball of 100 grams, and I have this much left. I actually didn't follow, well, I'm following the pattern, but I cast on 200 stitches instead of 109 stitches. I mean 190 stitches, so I did just 200. This one's gonna be a little bit bigger than my other ones, but I use this a lot. I use it for the park dates with my kids. I use it at home on colder days. Sometimes I'll use it as a blanket because it's pretty big. So I know that some people made it and theirs are a little bit smaller. Mine is a bit bigger because I have a looser gauge. I do continental knitting and my gauge is looser than most of people's are, I guess. So I use the same size needles. It's 3.25 millimeter needles, and yeah, they turned out pretty big for me. Well, maybe I'm also small. I'm petite. I am 5'4" and I weigh 120 pounds. And I am gonna make another one. So I'm gonna do that blue one with this blue, which I'm excited to start on the second color and see what's gonna be. And then I'm gonna do another one in these two colors. And that's gonna be a pretty one, lighter one. I don't know if this color will really go. I'm not really good at seeing what colors are good with me. So these are the new ones that I got recently within this month. Got them on sale again. This one is mustard seed. Well, this one I had already, honey pink. This one. I did some yarn dyeing a couple days ago and they were ugly. So I have 100% merino wool, non-superwash yarn in my stash and I wanted to dye them with onion skin and also avocado skins. So I soaked them and I cooked them for a while and the colors were really dark, really good. So then I decided to start dyeing the yarn, and I also added to some of them I added, so this one I did avocado skins and onion skins, and no mordant, or did I add some mordant to it? I did. I added some acid, something to it. But this one's like a light, oh. So it's similar to this one from Pearl Soho. Huh, that's strange. It's really similar. It does have a little bit of pinker, lighter and darker shades. Avocado skins and onion skins. This is the pretty color. I dyed it for myself. I think I might make a hat for somebody out of this. And then I did this one and I added some iron mordant to it. So the second dye, and this, I like this color. There it is. It's a gray silver color. Very pretty color. I like this one. I might make a hat out of this for myself. And then I did a second soak and added more mordant to it, iron mordant, and this is the color. This one's a bit darker, like a dirtier color than that one. You can see the difference. Yeah, so those are the three ones that I dyed. I should have said I'm gonna, okay, so I have got some yarn and some other fun things that I want to show you from Wool and Sheep Festival first. Just a couple little things here that I got, and I got into spinning recently. I've been spinning some yarn on a spindle, hand spindle, and I bought some fiber. This one is natural color merino comb top. It was 4 ounces for $9.95. So this is 4 ounces, and it's a dark, almost black, a very, very pretty color. I like it. So yeah, I'm gonna spin this. Oh, the sun. Spin this and make something wonderful out of this. Then I got those chickens. Blue Face Leicester, 100% British wool, white, 8 ounces for $9.95. This one was a bit more expensive, but it's a lighter color. And then I got, oh, that's my yarn. Like, what's tickling me? I got these things. It's American wool, I believe. It's unspun roving. And I think I'm gonna spin it and I wanted to make a wool blanket out of this. So hopefully this will be enough to make a wool blanket. And then I thought, I want to dye some, maybe I'm gonna put some colors in it. But I'm gonna spin it. I'm gonna spin it and do something with it. Yeah, it's stronger. It's bouncy. It's really bouncy. It's really nice. So I have this much of it. Oh, I found the yarn. The cotton yarn that I bought from Pearl Soho. It's called the Buttercup Cotton. The little top, the purple top that I'm making is out of this cotton yarn. It's 100 grams, 364 yards. And I think I'm gonna make something else out of this one too. So this is my newer acquisitions. Am I saying this right? I think I had 4. Or did I only have 3? Yeah. Oh, I do have another one. Yeah, in a gray color. I love gray. So those are 3 more. Something pretty out of them. So that was from that. I got more stuff, but I'm not going to share everything I got. Because I also went to a yarn shop that is about half an hour, a little bit more away from me. And I bought some yarn there, which I already used some and using some. And then I also ordered some yarn on Etsy shop from the Wandering Flock. So I ordered some of this. I wanted to make a pullover. So this one is hand dyed in Brooklyn, New York, the Wandering Flock. This color is called Pistachio Cream. It's 100% superwash, which I'm not crazy about superwash at all. But I like the color and I wanted to pair it with mohair. It's 100 grams, 400 yards per 100 grams. I really like this color. So I ended up going online to a wool warehouse and ordered some mohair. I love this color, very pretty. I was gonna pair it up with this one, but they totally don't go together because this one's more of a minty greenish with some orange specks, which I'm excited to see how this knits up. So I ordered this one. I'm gonna have to order some. I might just do it plain without the mohair, so it could be a lighter weight for like a spring pullover. So I have 4 of these, which I'm gonna find a project for these for sure by itself or with something else, or just do a souffle pattern by Penrose Knits. Laura from Penrose Knits. Her souffle pattern, you need some hair for it, so I might do it in these blue colors, and it'll be really pretty. It is so noisy out here, it's insane. I want to get away from this noise one day. Yep, I think that's it. That's all I'm going to share with you. I'm not going to share any more stuff with you. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. I'm gonna try not to wait over a month to record another video because I do enjoy doing these. This is something that connects me with the knitting community because I don't have my own knitting community in here. But I did meet a woman from my church who also is a knitter, and she knits lots of shawls, and she loves knitting as much as I do. So we're gonna probably try to get together sometimes this summer after she's done. She's a teacher, a music teacher, and she knits. So we'll try to get together and knit together one day, hopefully. Sometimes it's kind of hard to make knitting plans with people because that's something that I'm like, okay, I could do that at home, so that's something that I can avoid because it's hard for me to find free time to go out places and meet other people. So we'll see. Hopefully I can meet her. And oh, I got this bag from the same place that I bought the mohair yarn from. The company is Neighborhood Fiber Company. So I bought the yarn and they gave me this bag. So that was pretty cool. Thank you. I'm gonna let you go. Bye.